3 times. You already know who it is. It's the one and only homie Chef, aka Wings912 on IG. That's WINGZZ912 on Instagram. You looking at me? We here to just chop it up right now, you know what I mean? I want to talk a little sneaker politics with you, what's going on, what you should be expecting this week, and what's going to happen. Things have been crazy. Today has been crazy, and there's a couple other things that have been going on in sneaker news, so we're going to go ahead and talk about it. First off, let's talk about JD. They had their EA for the Jordan 1 Low at Atmospheric Gray Retro OG, and I think that is a great shoe. It was a highly slept on shoe. It's been sitting all day. The sizes that I saw that went fast was 11, 11 and a half, and a 12. Surprised to see a 13 and a 10 and a half sit like that, but you know, they got so many OGs out. They're sitting, and you know what I mean? That's kind of a good thing because people get their choice of shoes right now without having to break the bank, especially with going back to school. But understand, these retro OGs are going to be worth money. So these are ones that I would suggest to grab and to sit on, because in a year's time, they're going to be hot. Simmering right now because of the simple fact that people know we have the Jordan 1 Low, 85 neutrals, retros coming in. That's a little bit more important than, you know what I mean, this one with the atmospheric gray. However, I do like the materials involved with this shoe, and I think we're going to go ahead and get it in for a review. So make sure you stay tuned. Now, women's Jordan 4s, I expect an EA from JD tomorrow. That could definitely be in the works, 9 a.m., so please stay tuned for that. And then the day after that, which would be Thursday, I think that the EA for the Jordan 5 should go out as well for the Jordan 5 Burgundies. That's a highly coveted shoe. We already did the review. If you haven't got it, you know what I mean, go ahead, double back in the playlist, and I'm telling you, it's very worth it to sit up there and look at that. That shoe drops August 29th. And that is a Tuesday, which is a random day, got pushed back, but I still think that JD is going to have the EA, and I've been seeing them pop up in the local stores. Tomorrow is Kobe Day, very important day. Just like I was expecting, Nike definitely did their thing and had the nice little sneaker pass for NYC and LA. Now, I don't know why they didn't do Philly, but I know that the Nike in Philly is on Market Street, and it's kind of big. They could have did it there, but they'll never show love to Philly, you know what I'm saying? Nike on Market Street is pretty big, and they could have did it there, but they never show no love to Philly. But they do have some Kobe Protos dedicated to Philly coming in 2024, so can't wait to see those. But tomorrow's a big day. I don't know, stock is looking crazy. I've been seeing early pairs pop up, going for $500 to $600. That's one of the most coveted shoes this year, and I don't know. If I get my hands on a pair, should I wear them? Would I wear them? Because they're all white except for one particular black part, and it's on the inside of the shoe. But it's like once you wear them, that pure whiteness is going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I do want those. Is that a shoe that you're looking for? Please let me know. Get down below in the comments, because you already know resale on that Kobe is going to be crazy. But they're going to be releasing halos at least once a year, every year, you know what I mean, from here on out with the Kobe Bryant Black Mamba, you know what I mean, collab with Nike. So shout out to Vanessa for that, you know what I mean, really getting back into it, because fans really love Kobe, and this is the one of the best ways that we can actually embrace his legacy. All right, now I want to talk about this big fiasco that has a lot of people talking, and everybody's giving their opinions and their 2 cents, you know what I'm saying? And first of all, it all started with one shoe, and the shoe that we're talking about is none other than the SB Jordan 4, one of the most highly coveted shoes right now. People's had this in their top 10, or even saying this is shoe of the year. I don't know, you know what I mean? I have a lot of favorites that came out this year, but this is definitely one of them. I love this shoe. I actually wore this shoe out the store when I copped it, so yeah, it's one of my favorites. And this shoe was the big topic at Gotsole in New York this weekend. Meek Mill was in there, and before we all, you know what I mean, get into it, we all know who Meek Mill is. He's a rapper based out of Philly. He loves bikes, you know what I mean, Willie, you know what I mean, Dream Chasers. We know the whole movement, you know what I mean. He's a grinder, he a hustler. That's his claim to fame, you know what I mean. He had a shoe deal with Puma in 2012, and they were very successful people like Kylie Jenner and Rihanna, but when it came to Meek, it just didn't transfer the same, you know what I mean? I guess, you know, it just didn't really work out, especially with his fan base and things like that. It wasn't a lot of promo that went with Puma and with Meek Mill's shoe. I saw maybe 1 or 2 commercials, but not a lot. Deal ended in 2017, and I haven't seen anybody else do a sneaker deal with him at all, you know what I mean? So Meek has been a free agent. He said he wanted to sign with the likes of Nike, so on and so forth, but never got the opportunity. So fast forward to right now, we looking at celebs in the industry, especially like rappers, you know what I mean? Rappers, musical artists, they do a lot of collabs with sneakers, and they're highly successful. I mean, you have Travis Scott is one of the biggest ones that to date. His shoes go crazy. The resale on them will go crazy. It's always something, you know what I mean? Very, very dope, you know what I mean? But you also got Billie Eilish, had Trinidad James and his collab with Saucony in work, but now that's going over to Geiger, you know what I mean? And they're about to have something crazy, you know what I mean, coming. I saw them, very dope materials on that shoe. But celebs and these musical artists with these collabs with shoe companies, they've always done some type of promo where they give sneaks for free, you know what I mean? They always do sneaks for free, you know what I mean? Whether it's J Balvin with the Jordan 3s giving them to DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled and his 5s giving them to like Fat Joe, who's a super sneaker enthusiast, and different other, you know what I mean, other artists like that. Even if you want to break it down, Beyonce, who was on the super tour, right? She had the Ivy Park with Adidas, and it was all those artists just showing up with big boxes. It was men and women, you know what I'm saying? Like, they all give out their, you know what I mean, product for free for promotion, you know what I'm saying? The most recent one that was really heavy in the hip hop was Tiana Taylor giving out her Jordan 1s to people like Fab, Khaled, so on and so forth, in the Monument, you know what I mean? Pretty dope. So you would think somebody of maybe Meek stature would be able to kind of get some love and, you know, get something, you know what I mean, at gotsole. Well, Meek is at gotsole, and he goes to a booth, and he sees the 4s there. Now, this guy has a firm price of $500, you know what I'm saying? Price is $500, and Meek wants to pay $3. Meek's telling him that he could pay $3. Now, I see both sides of this coin. As a reseller, you know you have an artist, a major artist, you want top dollar because you know he has the money. He's walking around with $100 bills in his hand, you know what I'm saying? As Meek's thinking he's the more famous artist, he's the celeb, so doing business with him, it can give you some profit and give you some rub and get you some clicks, you know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, views are the main thing in the algorithm. Like, everybody wants the views, everybody wants to be seen, and it's just like, promo is king, you know what I mean? Promo is a form of currency nowadays. So Meek's sitting up here bargaining them down, letting them know I could go somewhere else and get them for $3, you know what I mean? I don't really have to pay $3 if I, you know what I mean? Do you want me to pay the $5? You know what I'm saying? He asked the guy if he wanted him to pay the $5. Guy stood firm, didn't change his face, no breaking in nothing. Like, he didn't even sweat. He wanted the $5, and Meek paid the $5, but then Meek decided to tell him that, oh, well, you could have got the commercial, you could have dropped it for $3, you know what I'm saying? You hustling backwards, this, that, and the third. Cool. I mean, you know, that's how you feel, you know what I'm saying? Fast forward, you see Meek go to another booth, and he's talking to a group of guys, and this guy's mother went to Meek Mill and was trying to get him to shop at their store, and I guess they're locally based in Philadelphia. So he was saying that, you know, your mom came down to the trenches a couple times, got knocked over, yada, 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 giving him the spill, but he was just like, what can you do? The dude had a lot of heat there. He had some SBs, he had some regular dunks, like, he had a lot, you know what I'm saying? He bought out, the first shoe that he bought out was the Fly Streetwear SB. Gave it to Meek for $100, you know what I'm saying? Said it was $200-$300 shoe. Meek said, oh, I thought you said $3,000, but what's the price on them? Dude said, for you, $100, you know what I'm saying? So that's one shoe. Very underpriced, very good shoe. We did the review, you know what I'm saying? $100 is under retail. Like, that's under retail as an SB, because SBs are ranging 110 to 120, maybe even up to 130, depending on who you buy them from, because a lot of people are starting to put their little markup on it. All good, no hate, you know what I'm saying? But the politics behind that is like, okay, you're giving a celebrity of damn near, you know what I mean? You're giving them a nice discount. All right, cool. It's promo. He's shopping with you, you know what I'm saying? So it has to be some type of promotion involved, you know what I mean? This continued on for a couple more shoes, though. We're talking Valentine's Day Crush, Valentine's Day Dunk, DC Crush SBs, which was insane. Pandas, but Meek racked up a lot of shoes, and he was only paying $100 for it. Now, me, as the hustler that I am, I'm thinking with this type of discount, you're taking a couple $100 loss in discount. You should get some promo out of this, you know what I'm saying? You should get some type of promo, you filmed some kind of commercial, you took some kind of picture, like there's something that you have to follow up with that. And then along to build with that momentum of having that commercial, you could have had the Meek Mill, you know what I mean, Meek Mill tagging post where you raffled off something, you know what I'm saying, posted a picture, you know what I mean, like there's things that you could have done, but none of that was done. I'm talking none of that was done. I don't know what the name of the store was that did the deal that got the, you know what I mean, like there was no promo done. You can't find anything that it shows a sign of Meek Mill was here shopping here, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no type of promo, like not even on Meek's page. Like the only thing I see Meek promo on his page from gotsole is he just took the picture and just talking about the uproar and the hoopla that everybody's giving about this particular incident, you know what I'm saying? He never highlighted the homie that gave him the hookup, and we still don't even know the store that made him pay the $500. Now the reason why I bring all of this up, and this is a real good point, Jim Jones was at gotsole too. We didn't hear too much about the hype, you know what I mean? I didn't hear a lot about him, about, you know, gotsole didn't even escort Jim Jones through this particular event, you know what I'm saying? And Jim Jones is from Harlem, you know what I mean? Meek Mill's from Philly, and he got the press, he got the rub, he got, you know, he got the invitation, so on and so forth. Jim Jones went by Cola Kicks, and he shouted out, he got to talk to them, and they gave him a pair of Travis Scott ones for free. OG, straight out the box, straight to him, and he shot the simplest 10-15 second commercial saying shout out to Cola Kicks in Queens because they gave me the Travis Scotts for free. Go do business with them, you heard? They got the good things on their page. Voila. If you didn't know who Cola Kicks was then, you know who they are now. And 9 times out of 10, all of their locations are going to go do numbers now because of the simple fact, I know they have more than one location. I know they have 2 here locally. But it's insane that, you know what I mean, how the promo game works, you know what I'm saying? My motto is there's no such thing as bad promo, as, you know what I mean, when it comes to certain situations and circumstances like this, whether you were the guy trying to sell Meek the $500 SB or you were the guy selling Meek $100 SBs, I'd have took footage, tagged Meek, tagged everybody, tagged gotsole, would have reposted, would have went crazy, would have went and blew up, and you know what I mean, did my thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about the aspect of the reselling. Like, resellers are going to make their moves however they want to make their moves, but you just have to be smart about it. Now, dude might have lost a couple hundred, so yeah, with him losing the promo and losing the steam and not even capitalizing because it's Tuesday now, you know what I'm saying? I still don't know who homie is, and we don't know, you know what I mean, anything about his store, where they're located, anything, you know what I'm saying? I find that incredibly crazy. And I mean, I'm seeing everybody talk about this on YouTube, TikTok, it's everywhere, and nobody knows who this guy is that gave Meek Mill $100 SBs. Now, the guy that charged Meek Mill $500, nobody knows who he is either. And we would love to see the guy that sat up there, stood toe-to-toe and didn't budge, you know what I'm saying? Like, people want to know this information. And you should have capitalized off this promo because Meek's capitalizing off of it some way, somehow. Just by putting it out there, his name stays in the algorithm. He'll probably drop some music and get some views and cash in that way, you know what I'm saying? It might be negative because people are saying, oh, the reselling, you know what I mean? But to the reselling community, this is something that's been going on since the 80s. It's nothing new, you know what I'm saying? Reselling came an issue when COVID, when everybody had to stay home and they had nothing else better to do but than to be able to pay attention to everything. And consumers started being able to say, hey, I can't spend money on sneakers that I want. So it's turned into this crazy world, but I feel like everything is going to, you know what I mean? Everything is still the same. You just got to know what to pick and, you know how to move. You got to have patience and you got to have money to let you sit still, you know what I mean? But I don't think any of this is going to like affect anything. At the end of the day, when it comes to it, though, you can't get mad at resellers because they're still humans and people are going to do what they want to do for who they want to make deals with. You know what I'm saying? This one particular reseller wasn't really a fan of Meek Mill like that, so he just looked at him as a rich rapper that wanted to buy a product, $500. You know what I'm saying? But then you got a local guy who knows him as, you know what I mean, something that somebody that he probably looks up to, is a fan of, probably loves all his music. So yeah, he got caught up being a fan. And, you know, that eventually affected his bottom, you know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing at Cola Kicks. The only thing about Cola Kicks is they got something in return. It was a fair exchange in their eyes, so they were willing to make the deal. A pair of Travis Scott's for a shout out from Jim Jones. I don't know if he put it on his page. It probably did make his page, but I know it made Cola Kick's page, and that's all that matters. If people see that Jim Jones is shopping at Cola Kicks, especially in Queens, and they're already in Harlem, and there's people from Harlem, they're going to travel there now. So think about it, man. The reselling community is up in arms. It's not really about the shoe. It's just the politics, you know what I mean? Do with that what y'all will. But how y'all feel about it? Was Meek wrong for haggling for $500 to $300? And was Meek wrong for paying $100 for those shoes, knowing good and goddamn well they would work more? You know what I'm saying? Especially you just spent $500. That's so other, like, why you go? Me personally, I wouldn't have did it like that. I'd have tried to work something out, but you can't get mad at Meek, because at the end of the day, rich or poor, saving money is saving money, you know what I'm saying? And if you gonna give me SBs for $100, granted, I don't even think Meek really knew the price, you know what I mean? But you saying $100 for a shoe that I want and it's Nike, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? And it's not a Jordan, so it's really hard to sit up there and gauge. But Meek don't know about resale game. He just know about spending money, you know what I'm saying? It's just funny, you know what I mean? People want to sit up there and bring up the fact that he doesn't haggle Gucci and all these places. True indeed, designer, you know what I mean? But gotsole, that is wheeling and dealing, you know what I mean? There are no barcodes, there is no corporate structure. So like I said, you sell what you want at whatever price to whoever you want. You know what I'm saying? It could be the vibes. I've seen people make deals. I've made deals. I know how it goes, you know what I mean? So take that what you will, but understand reselling ain't gonna die, y'all. So let me know. Get in the comments. Let me know how you feel. As always, spread love. You know, that's the best thing to do. You know what I mean? Hug your loved ones. Cherish them tight. And by any means, keep them sneakers clean. You know the motto. Before you go pay resale, come here and get them details. And if I catch you lacking, know me and the squad snatching. It's not a game. Going to these conventions next year, man. I'm getting ready. And it could all start with them sneakers on your feet if you sleep.